She doesn't want to be understood. She wants to be felt. And if you're looking for logic, you'll never survive inside a woman's desire, because what turns her on isn't what you think. It's not muscles. It's not money. It's not compliments. It's tension. It's mystery. It's the man she can't quite read. She won't tell you this. She can't, because her desire isn't spoken. It's triggered by your stillness, your emotional control, and the silence between your words, where she starts to imagine things you haven't even said yet. These are the rules no one talks about, because most men don't even see them. But once you do, she'll dream about you. She'll crave you, and she won't even know why. Desire begins where certainty ends. The moment she's sure she has you is the moment her desire begins to fade. Not her love, not her appreciation, but that raw, electric, heart-racing hunger. It dies in the hands of predictability. Female desire does not thrive in security. It thrives in tension, in mystery, in the unresolved. You want to know why the nice guy finishes last? Because he answers too quickly. He explains too much. He gives her certainty before she's even started to feel anything. Real desire is born in that sacred space between what she feels and what she's unsure she's allowed to feel. You don't need to be toxic. You don't need to be cold, but you do need to remain unpredictable. Here's the truth. The more she knows you want her, the less she has to feel. When her nervous system relaxes too early, the tension that creates lust fades into emotional flatline. It's not that she doesn't like you. It's that she no longer has to earn you. And women don't crave what they already possess. They crave uncertainty with boundaries, not chaos, but unresolved intensity. The moment she finds herself saying, "Why didn't he text back yet? What's he thinking right now? Did I say too much?" That's when desire is alive. It's not logical, it's biological. She needs to feel like she's leaning in, not because you're pulling away, but because you're living, you're in motion, and she's not quite sure where she stands yet. That not knowing, that's the sweet spot where her fantasies take shape. Most men destroy that too soon. They overshare, they overcommit, they overpromise, they kill the suspense, they become emotionally obvious. They hand over their cards too early and then wonder why she stopped texting back. Here's the paradox. She will never fully relax around the man she fantasizes about, and she will never fantasize about the man she completely relaxes around too soon. So what do? You slow everything down. You move with intention, not impulse. You flirt with your eyes, not your words. You answer when you choose to answer, not when she expects it. And when she asks what you're thinking, you smile and say, "Not ready to share that yet." Now her mind fills the silence. Now she's leaning in. Now she's dreaming at night because you left a gap she needs to fill. That's not game. That's energetic contrast. And the man who gives her contrast, the one who is warm but not desperate, attentive but not available on command, interested but not emotionally exposed too early, that's the man who activates her. Because he understands the first rule of female desire. Desire doesn't live in certainty. It lives in suspense, and it begins the moment she's no longer. Rule 2. She wants you to lead her somewhere she's afraid to go. She'll never say it out loud, but the man who makes her feel safest is the one who also makes her feel slightly out of control, not in a reckless way, in a guiding way, in a directional way. Her body doesn't respond to indecision. Her desire isn't activated by a man who asks for a roadmap. It's activated by the man who becomes the map and dares to lead her somewhere she didn't expect to go. Her desire isn't for safety. It's for leadership into emotional danger. She wants to follow, even if she pretends not to, even if she says, "I'm independent." Her nervous system still craves a man who moves first, the man who walks into the room with certainty, who makes decisions without double-checking her reaction, who says, "Come here," instead of "Is this okay?" This doesn't mean force. This doesn't mean control. It means direction. A woman is not turned on by softness alone. She is turned on by structure that leads her into softness, by a man who makes her feel like she can finally let go of the wheel. She wants to be kissed before she realizes she gave permission. She wants to be held in a way that silences her mind. She wants to be seen in her hesitation, because that's where her deepest fantasies live. And the only man who unlocks them is the one who walks confidently into them. Most men wait. They ask for signs. They want certainty. But the man who looks at her like he knows what she wants before she does, that's the man who stays in her dreams. She's not hiding her desire. She's protecting it, waiting for a man with enough emotional control to hold it without running. When you become that man, when you stop asking and start directing with calm, grounded energy, she melts, because her body finally recognizes it can let go. Rule 3, she wants you to want her, but not too much. Yes, she wants to be desired. But the moment she feels smothered, her desire begins to evaporate. It's a paradox most men never solve. She needs to feel wanted, but she only craves the man who doesn't want her too much. When a man wants her too openly, too eagerly, too often, he shifts out of mystery and into emotional submission. Once that happens, the sexual polarity collapses. The nice guy says, "You're everything I've ever wanted." But the man who drives her crazy looks at her and says, "You're interesting. I'm still figuring you out." That difference changes everything. She doesn't want to be a reward for neediness. She wants to be a response to your standards. She wants to be earned, but only when she senses you don't need to win her. That's what turns her on. Your approval is currency. If you hand it over too quickly, without effort, without contrast, without making her feel the tension of not having it yet, she stops feeling pulled toward you. Desire dies when it's too easy. Female desire thrives in the pursuit of emotional elevation. She wants to feel like you see her, but only after she's shown you why she deserves to be seen. That restraint, that calm hunger just beneath the surface, that's seductive. It's the energy that says, "Yes, I want you, but I won't chase you. You'll feel it when I decide the moment's right." Now she leans in because your desire feels earned, not automatic, not performative, but deliberate. And when she senses that your attraction isn't a default but a conscious choice, she becomes obsessed with earning it. And there you have it.